Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Brisbane by Night Hellfire. When we last left off our darling disciples of Hellfire, they had a new embrace. Valentina embracing the former Leopoldite operative, Dr. Brianna Amon, into a creature the likes of which even she could not fathom with just how beautiful she is. Clayton and Judge again had a little bit of a falling out. Ashton seems to ruminate on the darker things in life, and Skye and Lucy have begun their hunt with the gangrel for Lucy's sire. Where we come back into the lives and times of these dear kindred, however, is at the tower with Clayton. Clayton, you've just had that conversation with Judge, and it has left you stressed. Wouldn't be the right word. You've been nothing but stressed these past weeks. More, you've been taxed even further than you already were being, and this has led you to making a call you didn't think you would have to make.
I know that she's always been there for advice. Hadn't really needed her advice all that much in recent nights until now. God. To say I'm stressed is to put a understatement on the amount of everything. The world feels like it's falling apart, and I am at a loss. Everyone in my coterie keeps telling me, you're under too much stress, you're under too much stress, Every one of them is seeing it, I know it. I'm living it. How does one deal with this sort of thing when everything is a mess? So Harold Valcost is, I don't think, the right person to really guide me. And it's been a while since I've talked with Victoria, Miss Gareth. Maybe time to catch up. Maybe see what it is that she's been up to lately, because I could use a distraction.
Indeed.
And advice.
Indeed.
So that's why I called her shortly after getting out of the conversation with Judge, because that's primarily my biggest stressing point at the moment, aside from my own family. It means I have to admit some things to her. I have to keep in mind that I am still quite young, that she's not necessarily the judgmental type, not like the rest of the board.
Indeed,
Is
she is much different than most of the other members of the board. Between the more pragmatic natures of the likes of the Sheriff, the Harpy, and the Primogen, to the failings of the likes of Nathaniel Ducharme, Nova's sire, to the more assuredly cold and iron-fisted grip of the likes of L. Samson. It seems you pair set apart in that sense.
maybe it's that I feel like I'm becoming more and more like Miss Sampson. And I don't like it.
Indeed, no one loves coming face to face with their beast. Because that's what that is, and deep down you do know that, but that admission would mean admitting that the wall has crumbled. Not necessarily admitting surrender, but conceding a defeat.
Senator Selena seems to think that my wall is crumbling even more than I imagined. That's not supposed to happen.
Indeed, it is not. And
I haven't felt this helpless since everything to do with Nova and Wendigo and Jojo.
so it is that when you mention dearest Joviel, Jojo Laverne, that you feel that imprint, that existence on the glass, that echo smiling at you. That cold,
I feel like she haunts me sometimes.
that cold, cruel, wicked smile.
I don't want to make that same mistake.
And such as it is, that it is only maybe 20 minutes or so after you make that call that the elevator would ding.
I straighten up.
And out would indeed walk your sire, who does indeed look a little sharper than when you last saw her, given that that was nearly half a decade ago.
My. You're looking rather nice tonight.
Thank you, Clayton. I appreciate it.
He stands up from his seat and goes to greet her with a bit of a handshake.
And indeed, she would accept that greeting.
I know it was short notice.
Oh. This is the first time that you've bothered me with anything in the last 7 years. I can make time.
Then I suppose I'll kind of get right to it. Do we have a seat? He motions over to the couches with the coffee table between them.
Yep, and sit down she would.
And he'll sit next to her on the sofa. I suppose I could start off with pleasantries and that. How have you been doing over the last 7 years, and what have you been up to? And I'm sure you would have similar questions. And
Let us pass the formalities for now. You're stressed. Clearly. There's something on your mind, and whilst
I suppose the coal was what gave that away.
Quite. Pleasantries and formalities are one thing, but if business needs to be done, then business needs to be done. So let us not dawdle.
Wouldn't necessarily call it business per se. It's more... I need advice.
Advice? Alright. What is it that I can advise you on?
Well, in recent nights, a new coterie and everything, I'm sure that I've been told that the court has taken to calling us the Disciples of Hellfire.
Indeed it has.
Interesting connotations and... Well... I suppose the thing that I'm running into, or that I need advice on, is there's a member of our coterie, Judge Theon Cross. Are you aware of who he is?
Partially. I've heard the name.
Fledgling, and hardly even 2 years embraced. Maybe 3, I'm not sure. So he comes from a background of military from the US. And seems to have the most obstinate personality that I've ever come across, besides my own. And I'm not sure what to do. Because we've had argument after argument after argument about everything. To the point where other coterie members are telling us that we should settle our squabbles with a third party. He's got me wanting to pull my hair out. And I'm a patient man.
What is it that he says? Give me an idea.
And maybe it's just his personality coming through, but he seems to very it's hard to even describe. It's mannerisms that really feel disrespectful. Last night's, or earlier conversation, even earlier tonight, he told me that he didn't know what it is I do coterie. And that's fine. If he wants to think that all I do is sit behind a desk and dawdle and take care of things here at SafeNet and, you know, menial tasks as he might think they are, then by all means he can think that all he likes. But it's when he's being confrontational, when he's pushing back, when he's telling me that he would rather work alone so it was not to get anyone else involved in the things that he's doing, when what he's doing is talking to members of the Society of St. Leopold behind our backs, and even with the sort of buddy system that we have in place, refusing to buddy up in such things. Little things. Normally these things wouldn't get under my skin. But all he seems to do is get under my skin, and I offered him an ultimatum. That if he really wanted to be alone, then he could be removed from the coterie.
You are aware that is not your decision to make, yes?
I know that. Told him that I would speak with Seneschal Selena. If Valentina were to bring it up to Seneschal Selena, that she'd listen to her.
There's something about this that doesn't add up to me.
What is that?
Lone operatives are not an uncommon thing in the Camarilla. In fact, I've been a lone operative for a very long time. Difference is I haven't had the binding of a coterie. Not since my more fledgling days. But even within coteries, lone operatives do indeed exist.
I understand that, and he has the things that he is good at, that he does, and I give him credit for what credit is due in that he's very insightful, he's very... his powers allow him to actively look in on individuals. He just needs to know a face, apparently, and it's a remarkable power, and he uses it.
An Auspex specialist. Interesting.
Yes. And I expressed concerns that maybe this power is pretty costly, and that while it might be a little costly, he needs to be mindful of how often he's feeding, and because other members of the coterie have brought up concern regarding that, and so I brought that up to him first, to try and get on some kind of even ground, pose it as a, not as a demand, as just an insight, and his retort was more like, I'm gonna do as I please. Wasn't even going to consider heeding my advice.
In this case, I doubt it's the want. You have that covered. I think where these issues might lie might be with how you're coming across to this judge. As far as I'm aware, he is of the Salubri.
Yes.
There is a very distinct thing that this means. More than any of us, he is possessed of an empathy of a level that we cannot know. He feels as others feel. And Salubri are often the mirrors that reflect one's own attitudes. Even if the words say one thing, the tone says something different, and that is something that they will reflect back at you.
So he might be feeling my stress in one way or another. And then coming off hot at me.
I would say that would be likely. I would say more so, though, that more than Judge and his way, such as it were, perhaps it might be a time to do a bit of self-reflection. He says he doesn't know what you do. And I would assume from the way that you phrased that to me that he, at least in your mind, he doesn't care to know.
He stated as such.
Why might that be? People don't say those things and mean them, and at least from the rumours, Judge is enough of a man of conviction that he would indeed mean it if he said it. Why do you think he would say such a thing?
Certainly felt spiteful. Try and dig at me, as it were.
With his empathy, spite doesn't make sense. I think the pressing thing that I would ask is that there are two dancers in every tango.
Yeah.
Have you evaluated your place in all of this? I will note this isn't to point fault at anyone in specific, but such things are usually not so clear as to say that one person or the other is at fault.
I might have a hand in this, so I'm bringing this upon myself.
Well, let's start there. What makes you think that that's the case?
There's a lot going on. Not a lot that I can really divulge into great detail. The stress of keeping secrets. On top of things in my personal life. Sudden. Emotional. Helena died recently.
You have my condolences.
My son and my daughter are caught up in this mess.
Yes, I did hear about your son. A unfortunate anarch embrace that has since come into our fold under the auspices of the Scourge, if I remember correctly.
Indeed. Mr. Alcandera has put him to work. Doing what? I have no idea. My daughter's husband was brutally murdered as part of all of this. part of everything that me and my coterie are investigating.
It seems someone might have a little bit of a vendetta.
It's hard to not think that this is personal. In some regards, even though there's absolutely no reason that anyone involved would have any idea of who I am, what I do, or how small I am. I'm no one. In the midst of all this city, I'm nobody. But it doesn't stop it from feeling personal. Anger. I'm angry at everything.
I suppose therein does lie the question. Personal attacks like these are rarely to... I mean, they're to inflict damage, yes, but it's normally not for the sake of just dealing with the thing at face value, right? It's the connections they represent. It's the things that bind us to this world. And of course, when they get touched,
Yeah.
feel that thing crawling around on your insides, right? That thing that ripples just beneath the skin, threatening to bring out the very worst of you.
Yes, you can definitely say that. And Judge, to bring it back to him a little bit, knows that my family is in danger because of his own contacts, who are the ones who have my family. So his comments were starting to feel like a threat.
That you think he means your family harm.
I don't think he means it. He could very easily use that to put pressure on me in ways I already feel from the other party involved.
Well, let us ask a different question. Does he seem to have these sorts of combative bouts with anyone else?
No. In fact, I seem to be the only one he relatively dislikes. Lots of clan assumption, which I'm
Well,
used to,
what this tells me,
sort of.
more than anything else, is that, well, it's probably something not to do with anything of the sort of that he simply wants to hold this over you. Because if he wanted to, then if he was being simply antisocial or something like that, if he was not aligned with the ideas of the coterie, at least so far as he sees them, then he would be doing this to others, no? Antisocial behavior doesn't discriminate.
No, I suppose you're right with that.
So, then,
If he isn't planning on using it as some kind of leverage against me, then he's a fool.
not at all. Remember, we're talking about the lives of kind. A life that a fledgling can empathize with more easily than we can. Him especially so.
Everyone in this city has another agenda,
Of course.
looking for looking for ways to manipulate everyone to get what they want.
Of course.
I assumed as much with him.
Yes, but his secondary agenda may not be wanting to manipulate your family into getting you to do what he wants. Just because he could do that doesn't necessarily mean that he will, or that he even wants to do that. The thing about a hidden agenda is just that. It's hidden. And everyone has one. You do. I do. Everyone from the newest fledgling to the most powerful primogen, or even the prince has her own agenda.
You can see why I don't trust him at his word.
No, and you shouldn't. Our
I don't
courtesy
trust
to
most at their word.
our courtesy to each other is at best well-meaning paranoia. You should not trust. Shouldn't trust anything that is said in that sense. Nothing at all. But the thing is, that just because you can't necessarily trust him at his word doesn't mean you can't trust him in his actions.
Even then, I have very, very little trust in that.
Why?
I'm afraid he'll stab us all in the back.
Then that begs an even further question of why do you think he will do that? Let's
He has
leave
prior
the...
hunter experience. And we're actively working against hunters.
So you believe he still shares camaraderie with
Just
them in their...
contact, at least.
Yes, but contact does not interest mean. And given that they are mortals, mortals have hidden agendas as well. There could be any number of reasons why a hunter may want to work with kindred. In fact, there are many hunter organizations that work with kindred rather extensively.
And this isn't a concern for the masquerade?
No. Because said hunter organizations have their own version of the masquerade. They can't be known to the regular populace, because the regular populace will rather quickly get rid of them. People don't like vigilantes. And when it comes to hunter organizations, especially the ones that are government funded, they're normally created very far under the table, such that even sometimes the organizations at large don't know of that particular group's existence. Perfect example. The American thing, what do they call it? First Light.
That's come up recently, actually.
Oh, I bet it has. Given that the Society of St. Leopold are involved, there is a entire coalition there that comprises such groups such as First Light and the Newburgh Group and other such unpleasant folk. But
As an aside, at the unpleasant introduction to one of their projects, a Project Delta.
I can't say I've ever heard of that.
Unpleasant woman. Manufactured kindred. But the Society of St. Leopold has also been manufacturing a lot of supernaturals. Weapons to use against other kindred, other supernaturals.
Then this feels as if the ones that created her have some kind of vendetta against vampires. Against us. But to bring this back around, the nature of First Light and the things that they do are not known to the three-letter agencies of the American federal government. It's all clandestine. They have their own version of the masquerade to keep, which is why, when it comes to more educational organizations, at least the ones that we as a whole have not made clear that our affairs are not to be trifled with, they can't simply go around telling people that they're hunters. They can't go around telling people that the regular folk, that blank bodies, as they call them, exist. It's dangerous. Because A, we might catch wind. But B, and more importantly, there is many a hammer that would come down upon someone who opens their mouth a little bit too wide about the things that lurk in the dark. Things that are us, things that aren't. So have you thought it perhaps that Mr. Cross doesn't tell if he is indeed in contact with these people for some end? And maybe that does include helping out with your current objectives as a coterie. That perhaps he is young enough and knows enough of the enemy to perhaps want to keep you away from that danger. Is it foolhardy and naive? Yes, a little bit. But it's not selfish.
Naive is going to get us all killed.
Maybe it might. But then, when I think about it, perhaps he's not as naive as he looks. Perhaps keeping you out is a calculated move of protection, which is something that you should well know about. Not only physically, but socially, in your life, you've pushed out many people out of the way to take the brunt of something yourself.
Of course I have.
Then who's to say he's not doing the same for you? This is simply speculation, but neither of us know better.
No, I'm no mind reader.
No. So, what this says to me as a whole, when I pick these pieces up and put them together, is, in essence, he is indeed reflecting what you're giving him. You two are, in essence, as stubborn and obstinate as each other. And neither
Was
one
I
of
ever this obstinate when I was younger?
you... Oh, quite.
Not to that degree.
Oh, very much so. But it doesn't seem like it at the time, because the thing about naivete is that it makes you believe that you're right. But the difference is, when you were like that, I understood exactly why you were like that. But it was not admonishment that you received. I simply redirected you into bigger things, better things, things that distracted you enough so that I could hone your mind where it needed to go, so that you could build your dignitas.
I'm afraid that that's been shattered by now.
Well, I haven't heard anything about you losing your reputation, so at least as far as the greater clan is concerned, you're fine. If that is indeed such a worry for you, however, it is when we are
It
under
is.
the most duress that the beast decides to rear its ugly head in ways that are most subtle, ways that bring out the worst in us, ways that destroy everything that we have strived to build, for the simple fact of we are destroyers. At least the beast would have us think so. The beast itself is a destroyer. Lives, minds, souls. It matters not. It destroys. So I would say your dignitas is less shattered and more because of the stress that you've been under. You've simply been taking a sledgehammer to your own dignitas. beast takes control. When even the most strong-willed are pushed to a breaking point eventually, and when that happens and the beast capitalizes upon that, it's not as if you were in a position to stop it. But this also isn't a bad thing. Perhaps it is time for you to go on a journey of transition. Rebuild your image into something different.
Like what?
Of that I know not. And that's something you'd
Huh.
have to figure it out. You would have to figure out. And no, that's not an easy task by any means. Do not get it twisted. What I say is much easier said than done, but you have been kindred for 20 years or so now.
17.
And whilst I have groomed you in the ways of the clan and taught you everything that I know, it is up to you to figure out what kind of kindred you are. And indeed, you are still young. Mayhaps you don't know exactly what that is yet. Maybe you thought that you did. Maybe in your own
I think I know
wisdom.
of examples of things I don't want to be, more than I do about what I do.
It's a good enough starting point. Although,
Always been an educator. Figured that would be my calling here. But if I can't manage an unruly student, what good am I?
well, here indeed lies the question. Are you the teacher for him? Is he a student you need to take on?
I've always felt that the coteries that I've been given would benefit from my life experience, at least. All of them, significantly younger upon their embrace than when I was.
Yes, but in such things, they do not need a lecture. You know not the paths of life that they have walked before they ended up here. In
No.
the cold embrace of undeath. They may know of worlds you could scarcely dream of. And perhaps in your stress, as you have tried to assert this image of yourself that you have, of this role that you believe that you have, because sometimes we do that when we're stressed. We scramble. We try and hold on to the things that we believe that are constant, but perhaps in this case it serves you not. An educator is you at your core. Make no mistake about that, but in a coterie there is no superiority or inferiority by age. There is no inequality.
Peers and colleagues.
Exactly. And this might be a little bit more of a harsh criticism, but your speak of disrespect, and how you may have come off to him, would you say that you have treated Mr. Cross like a peer?
I don't think so. And maybe that's what he's reflecting back at me. He certainly doesn't treat me as such.
Then it's time for an evaluation, a reflection of yourself, and to at least partially get rid of some of the things that burden you. Not necessarily that these concerns don't become pressing, but that you expect the worst and hope for the best.
That's what I suppose I thought. I was coming into this whole thing with. Maybe I was just expecting the worst and not even hoping for the best.
Perhaps so. But that isn't for me to judge or ruminate on. That's for you to figure out.
I've had a lot of self-doubt. Ever since Nouveau Argent was disbanded. When Jojo betrayed us.
Jovial's betrayal was not your fault.
There had to have been something I could have done.
Who says there is? Who says there is anything you could have done to dissuade her from her path? You can show people the door, and indeed, we in particular can force someone to walk through that door. That is a thing with more than within our power to do.
I refuse to do that.
Of course. But them continuing to walk the path is their choice and their choice alone. You didn't guide her to that door, she found it herself and wanted to see what was on the other side. And what she found changed her view in such a way that she came to hate us and what we stand for. Such is a loss, but
It was at a time where I was called away and busy a lot.
yes, but there's no guarantee that your continued presence would have saved her from such a thing.
There isn't anything to prove that it wouldn't have the other.
No, but that is hearsay. There's no way to know for sure. But to save someone like that, you would have had to have forced her down a different path. She wouldn't have moved on her own. She had already made up her mind, and to be persuasive against someone like that, you would have had to have been more forceful. A level of force that you are unwilling to apply.
Doesn't stop me from thinking what ifs, from feeling grief at the fact that a peer of mine decided she didn't want anything to do with us anymore. She still haunts these walls.
Maybe she does, but that's not grief. Grief is something you move on from. This is self-loathing. And perhaps maybe that's the crux of all of this. That you curse what you perceive to be your own helplessness.
Can't stand being helpless.
Well, sometimes we just are. There are even times that I feel helpless.
When was the last time you felt helpless?
Yesterday. Last night, if you would believe it.
About what?
There have been decisions made by the leaders of the board and the connectives to the directorate that I'm not at liberty to discuss, but
Board has had meetings in recent nights?
only the senior members. And there are...
Anything about that you are able to be forthcoming about?
No, it's all sworn to silence. But,
Hate that.
well, I will point out they don't owe us transparency. No one does.
No. This
Is
city is already so full of secrets that it's going to drown in them if we're not careful.
maybe. But it's in kindred nature to keep secrets.
True.
But there are things that I disagreed with, and I am completely powerless to change those things. Things that will inevitably make my life a little bit harder. But those are punches that I have to roll with if I wanted to continue to survive.
You were the only person in a room to even have or want to stand up for your concerns?
Well, certainly not. The others have concerns as well, but they have different understandings. Different concerns, different understandings. Some even have an understanding that this is the way things must be, for now and into the future.
Speaking of the board, had they put any thought into what would happen? I suppose, going into the future, seeing as we don't have a prince yet.
That's been talked about rather actively, actually.
Figured as much. Because if we don't... If no praxis is declared soon, then
The court does
what
indeed.
becomes of Melim's legacy?
The court does indeed fall apart, but as a neonate, that currently isn't of your concern. Not directly.
It will ultimately be of my concern one day.
One day. But that isn't now. And unfortunately, whilst we should plan for the future, there are things pressing enough in the present.
True.
That
Which is
demand
kind
your
of what our whole coterie was designed for. And in some ways, I feel like do they even need me? Aside from, speaking in court and talking with rather high up individuals on this particular Camarilla chain, having a coterie member who's rather friendly with Seneschal Selena does tend to grant some, prestige.
indeed.
And then there's, my connections, and really that's all the connections that between myself and Miss Visage, we're the ones who navigate the court. While the rest go hunting for traitors. Or other threats, like Sabat or hunters or the flavor of the week. Name one.
So you hold down the fort whilst the others do as they do. You ask, do they need you? Logistically, clearly the answer is yes. Objectively, the answer is yes. But the fact that you would ask that question at all means that you don't quite believe that, even though the facts say something different.
I have a need to be needed, I suppose. I don't feel like I'm doing my part if they don't need me anymore.
Except that should be the greatest thing that you strive for as a teacher, as an educator. That they have learned enough from you such that they don't need you anymore. That they can fly on their own.
Again, if they're not students and should be peers.
Such relationships are rarely ever equal. They should be equivalent, but they rarely ever equal. And it is in this where you say you need to be needed. Why? You should do as you wish to regardless of whether someone needs you to or not. Because if not, then who is it that you continue to exist for? What is it that you continue to exist for? If not yourself, if not someone else, if not the Camarilla.
Do what I'm asked, of course.
If you do what you want, you're asked. Because you are you are obedient like that. You receive your orders and you perform them. As any good agent of the Camarilla should.
I mean, this company is a clear example.
But outside of that, who or what do you do it all for?
Now, my family is left.
Something that you know will inevitably dwindle with more time. That, unfortunately, is something that we are not afforded. We have eternity. Those who stay behind in the light do not.
Oh, I know. I'm not ready to let that go yet.
No, but you will have to, at some point. And unfortunately, when that point is and when that comes is not something that's within your control. Not even with the most powerful users of Dominate would it be.
At this point, I just want to see them safe. That's in the immediacy. Long term, well, I think I still have yet to discover that. Because I don't know. I believe in the Camarilla. I believe it is a sustainable way for us to be able to exist in the world that we do. Because clearly, any other way is just chaos.
Oh, quite. But there's a but there, isn't there?
But outside of that, I don't know. Maybe Valentina. She's Prince Maitland's great-grandchild.
A grandchild.
Yeah. Maybe maintaining Maitland's vision for the city. That's on her priority list.
Then you have much to think about.
I've done a lot of thinking.
Oh, yes, but different things. Things about yourself, where you fit in this grand machine, and perhaps if you do want to preserve Malin's vision, to preserve and continue her legacy, an inkling as to what that legacy is. Because you could say the city that she so loved, but that's never the entire story.
No. I suppose then that begs the question. As a member of this court for far longer than me, what would you say Maitland's vision was?
Personally, I don't know. Her sights were set on things that I simply could not see. And that is why she was prince, and I am not. Because she had vision that others lacked. It is not as if she came to Australia alone. She had the Harpy, the Sheriff, and at least a couple of the Primogen with her.
Right.
So, why didn't any of them become prince? Why not Miss Velcost? Why not, Mr. Trudor? Why not the likes of Twist or Therese Swilton
Or Selena.
or Selena? Although, Clayton, you know why it couldn't have been Selena, because Selena didn't come over here on the
No.
boat with Maylin.
Nope, I'm sure Maylin discovered her and unburied her. Or somebody in the court did. There's a lot to this city.
There is?
That even as a young kindred, I suppose, I have no dream of ever knowing the true depth. Keeps dragging me in.
Indeed it does, and inevitably there will come a time where you will need to sink or swim. And if you sink, well, it's not as if we need to breathe underwater.
That's fair. You don't think I'm too far gone, do you?
No. If I thought that was the case, I would not have deigned to have this conversation with you.
That's good. Redeemable yet?
You are not so far down the rabbit hole that you are in need of redemption.
Maybe not by yourself or the board or everyone else. Maybe it's a personal journey.
Maybe it is. But don't get it misconstrued with yourself. You're at a crossroads confused, not a recusant. And if there is anything that you're going to take from this conversation, I would bet that you remember that most of all.
A recusant? It's a rather large word that I've not heard.
A person who refuses to submit to authority or comply with established rules.
Right. I am no Jojo Laverne.
Yes, exactly. And she stands. From the Latin recusare, to refuse or reject.
He stands with her.
You haven't lost sight of who you are and what it is that you want, but perhaps it's time that you stop and truly take stock. And if that doesn't fit where the path that it is that you need to go, then you need to reshape yourself. You have the tools and the know-how to do so. And the conviction. Of this, I have no doubt. You just need to figure it out and then do it.
What little time I have at the moment.
Yes.
Always seems to be something going on.
Oh yes. Indeed, there is always something going on. This city... This city doesn't allow itself to breathe sometimes. Sometimes that's our fault, and sometimes it's the fault of external sources.
I wish those external sources would give me at least 2 weeks.
If only reality were ever so agreeable.
If only, right? I need a vacation after this.
Then perhaps you should take one. I hear Europe is nice this time of year. Although, if I were you, stay away from Vienna.
Yeah. I was thinking more local. Like, I don't know, Melbourne. Or maybe Japan? I don't know how in the world I'd get there, but
Well, so long as you're not flying through public airports, it should be fine. Just charter yourself a private jet.
honestly, I have no idea if I'd ever go anywhere. It'd be more like a staycation.
Perhaps it would do you some good to see the world. Or perhaps, like Nova, you may be reassigned.
Brisbane's my home. I would want to stay here. Born and raised here.
As were many who travel abroad.
Thank you.
You needn't thank me, but you are welcome nonetheless.
I don't need to. But I want to.
Because that is part of the kind of man that you are. Now, I will bid you a good evening. I have something to follow up on this evening that
If ever you should need my assistance or something.
I know. I have your number still in my phone.
I'm pretty easy to find.
Indeed.
Yeah, extend a hand to shake.
And she'd shake his hand. And
Have a pleasant night.
and you as well. And she's gonna turn and go to exit.
Has to think about how to maybe apologize to Judge. Maybe in such a way that doesn't make you look too terribly vulnerable.
Indeed, that'll be something that you will need to figure out.
I don't think you'd like flowers.
Perhaps not. I think, though, that we're gonna go on a quick little break because I need to use this thing really badly called the bathroom. So, don't go anywhere, everyone. We will be right back. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Brisbane by Night Hellfire. We now cut across the city away from Clayton and his ruminations at the top of his tower to a much smaller, more intimate locale. Church. The church that Ashton currently calls his haven. The candles are lit with black and purple flame, a testament to the Uncle's mastery of the abyss. Ashton, why don't you give us an idea of what's going on and why it is you've done this? You are muted.
My headset freaked the fuck out. Can you repeat some of that?
So what I said was basically setting the scene of the candles flickering with black and purple flame as a testament to the Uncle's mastery of the abyss. And I asked you, Ashton,
Yes.
why is it that you've done this evening?
Well, you know, I've never exactly been all that great when it comes to expressing myself in any other way that doesn't come off as out of touch or, you know, dead. Because I am dead after all. But I guess the whole fire thing is just sort of a testament to how upset I really am, how I don't want to say angry, but slighted, I suppose would be the better word that I feel. As I've been sort of dropped upon with some information that makes me feel all sorts of things. those things are a bit overpowering, and granted, I am usually quite well at keeping myself composed. However, this is, at least to me, a rather serious matter that needs to be addressed, and perhaps the decorum in which I've chosen to express this is a little extreme, but I think it gets the point across that I know more than perhaps he realizes, but it's time for a conversation, and perhaps a rather difficult one, but it is the life, I suppose. Difficult conversations.
Well, it is indeed not too much longer before the guest that you had invited, Father Dresden, arrives, and as he steps in and sees the church lit the way that it is, he wears a concerned expression upon his face.
Ashton is facing the podium at the head of this church with his back towards the entrance. Maybe even small shadows start to sort of swirl at the edges of his feet and surround the area that he's standing in.
This seems rather grim, Ashton.
I think that if I were going for Grim, the Reaper himself would be standing here with us.
And that just makes him even ever more concerned.
He slowly turns around. Some blood present on his face. Father. I've been told some very interesting information.
I see. What information would this be?
How long have you known?
Since I first met you? If it's what I'm thinking you're referring to.
And you didn't plan on divulging that to me?
How would I divulge that to you? Ah, yes, my son, I think you are a walking corpse.
I don't know. I figure that a man training other people to be things that they aren't would have a few tricks up their sleeves.
It's not what our relationship is formed on.
Maybe that's the truth, but the fact of the matter is that I was very open with you on how damned that I felt. Maybe I couldn't spill the entire truth, but you've known for so long and allowed me to hold that burden by myself.
It's not a burden I can take from you. Simply put, I can only share with you what wisdom I have, which I have done openly for many years.
What are you, some kind of battle priest, hunter?
Nothing of the sort. I am simply a man with a belief in God.
Certainly keeps some interesting company. People that can throw others into visions.
The church is known to have some strange bedfellows.
Suppose that I'm included in that.
By definition.
I won't lie to you and beat around the bush when I say that I am quite upset that you didn't say anything directly to me and that I'm hearing it from someone else instead.
Allow me to retort that with a question. Again, how does one approach that topic? Admitting to things that I, personally speaking, should not know exist?
Yet you do.
And yet I do. Just as you have your requirements to keep secrets, such as I do mine. You know, it's not that as if I can go around marching through the streets going, vampires are real, I have seen them! Not to mention Ashton. And he kind of just makes a gesture to you. You wear it pretty plainly on your sleeve.
Yeah, there's not a lot that can hide. I suppose the physical discrepancies that I hold, even the Foundation doesn't exactly help anymore.
You do indeed have a corpse-like pallor, and have since I met you.
And there wasn't any sort of subtle nods you could have given to me?
No. Because again, I'm not meant to know you exist. Not like that, anyway. To me, it didn't, and frankly, to me, it didn't matter. You were another son of God all the same. Even if you are indeed cursed, as they say.
Son of God who suffered in silence because no one else understood what I was.
Yes, and perhaps it's not my place to. That is why these societies, the things that you know, the others of your kind that you deal with are not under my purview, and even if they were, it would not be in that context. It would only be in the context of them as people. I know better, and I should not.
Oh no. I guess the thing that hurts the most is that after everything I've shared with you, you couldn't even let me get a glimpse behind the curtain.
Because that is not the relationship we have, Ashton, and you know this. I am a spiritual guide. I always have been, and I will continue to be, so long as you desire that.
But I've seen you as more than that. I saw you as my friend. Possibly the first I've had in many, many years.
If that is the case, then that would make it even more so that I would not divulge such things. Because to do so would be to put myself in danger, something that if I was your friend, I'm sure you would not abide.
No, but then at least we'd be in danger together.
Yes, but what good does that do either of us?
Two heads are better than one. Brotherhood is quite strong. And although the ways in which I learned that lesson aren't exactly the brightest marks on my track record, is a belief I still hold true.
Indeed, but dragging someone else into that so that you do not have to be alone is not brotherhood. And even with that, whosoever said you were alone? If you feel as such, you feel as such, but then it comes down to the questions of why do you feel like that?
Well, maybe it's because people talk to me like I'm some child, or people keep me at the distance of a yardstick, or, the fact that since the day that I've been cursed, I've been hearing voices in my head, and I feel like, maybe, Brisbane has been a positive thing for me. But even then, even if this supposed community that I'm supposed to be feeling is there, do not feel as if it is. I feel like I am a man yelling in an open theater, and there's no audience. It's just me and the abyss, and I guess God, although I don't know, I feel like he's given up on me.
God does not give up. Not ever, truly. cares and loves despite consequences. Even Lucifer, his most twisted son, he still loves and cares for, despite his misgivings.
I feel like my soul is being rended in multiple directions. I guess I just wish that there was someone else who can understand that, and I thought that was you.
What you are going through, Ashton, is in essence between you and God and whatever other forces are at play. I may be a man of the cloth, I may be a wise man, as haughty as that would be for me to say, but I am still just a man. And I have never purported myself to be anything more than that.
If you are just a man, why are you helping me? Not in the spiritual way, I mean by whatever's going on in the back.
Because it is clear you require that assistance. I have seen that you work for a better future. A better future for this city. I work because I believe.
Would you have ever told me if I hadn't figured out myself?
No. Because what you are does not matter to me. We are brothers under faith. Is that not enough?
I mean, just brothers does also sound quite nice, but you know, maybe that's overstepping. I've never felt any sort of sense of family from anyone else. Maybe that's why I stuck around. I mean, yeah, God isn't great and all, obviously. I walk his path for a reason, but you're the only person in my life that doesn't treat me differently for what I am and how that manifests.
I am simply lost.
I should nod. he come alone? Can I see if there's anyone else here?
I mean, I'm not even gonna have you make an awareness check. You don't see anyone else in the church.
Okay. Even with heightened senses.
Go ahead and make me a wits awareness plus suspects.
Right. That is abysmal. That is hilarious.
That is hilariously abysmal, yes. Would you like to spend some willpower? 3. You hear the rustling of trees and other such things outside. It's a little bit windy, but outside of that, no. Nothing that sticks out to you is someone else.
I suppose I understand why you were silent. As much as I don't like it.
I suppose I should ask then what your expectation was.
Well, I guess if we're being forward, you're one of the only people that make me feel human, so. I guess my expectation was a reassurance. Maybe an apology.
An apology would come if I had done something wrong, but what have I done wrong to apologize for? I have not lied, nor have I truly wronged you in any way.
Ashton crosses his arms. I suppose not. I don't know. I'm not exactly known for being rational, Father.
And as for a reassurance, I can reassure you at least that I care regardless. That what you are does not change my perception of you in any way, shape, or form. If it did, I would have disavowed myself from your confessionals. You are the
You
same
wouldn't
to
be
me.
standing here.
Correct. You are the same to me before as you will be after. Oh, am I? Hold on. I did bump the volume up like more, so let me just do that more. More. There we go. Okay. How's that? Better? Yes? No? Maybe? Nah, they'll tell me in a second.
Sorry for wasting your time, I guess.
It's not a waste of my time. You called me here to talk, and we talked. Clearly, you had something that you needed to get off your chest. That is not a waste of time in my eyes.
I wasn't exactly brought up in an age of emotional integrity or maturity. I guess that's just the 60s calling.
Perhaps that is your nurture, but it is not your nature. Clearly.
Because I wish to be better to the world than it was to me.
And that is a cause I find noble. One of a number. But spiritually, what could a servant of God hope to do more than to leave the world that the Holy Father gave his Son to in a better place than it was when you found it? What is more noble than that calling?
It's me knowing about you and what you are gonna be a problem.
No. In fact, I imagined that you would find out sooner rather than later, personally.
Well, when you have a young buck who's got a particular rage against the machine, one with a mouth bigger than any wound that I've ever seen, well, the information does come flowing.
I would bet.
I would not hold that against him. Nor would I hope your friend would.
Only insofar as if it damned me.
Well, you're a devout man. I don't think you're gonna be damned anytime soon.
Only if I was physically damned. By faith, I am absolute. By faith, I live under grace. I live a good life. I fight for what is right. And when I die, I have no doubt that I will go to heaven.
Ashton sort of mulls something over in his head. Would there be anything to physically damn you? You're sort of under the radar, at least I would hope you are in most cases.
Right now I am. It's more if he opened his mouth in such a way that the greater society found out what I was doing.
I'll not lie. When I left your church, I did not exactly leave when I said I did, and I did send a shadow downstairs, and I heard marching. I assume that was the society.
Indeed, they were running a drill that night.
So it's good that I left after I got what I needed.
Then, did you enter the Archbishop's office?
No, I was unable to. At least my shadow was. I wasn't gonna go physically.
Good, good.
Why do you ask?
He is a more stringent man than I. He is not a blind zealot. But he has particular thoughts that more pragmatic.
Yes, and I assume that getting rid of 2 of his heavier hitters probably didn't go over too well.
Those 2 are acceptable losses for him. That group is one that is less than liked within the society. There are thoughts that they are controlled by something darker, something that we wish to get rid of.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you that you're wrong. But I also can't exactly tell you that you're right.
Nor would I expect you to.
I have my inklings of knowledge, but I guess as you said earlier, why damn us both?
And he's just
No reaction to that?
yeah, no, he's just looking at you like, yeah, I understand.
Is there anything else I should worry about?
No. Well, actually, yes. A new development this evening.
Oh.
There were some heavy losses sustained by the Leopoldites after they performed a raid. And the Society's response was to call in a elite.
I do realize that if Shrike hadn't have been so heavy-handed, those losses wouldn't have been a thing, right?
I have no idea as to the operation, so no, I can't speak to that. I just know that heavy losses were inflicted.
So what, they called in... What, the 7 virtues?
No. There is much that is virtuous about who it is that they called in, but not in the way that we of the priesthood would consider normal. A member of the Gladius Day, the Sword of God.
Yeah, what kind of a cult check would I need to make for that?
Intelligence occult, you have no specialty ads for that.
Okay. I will do a Rauhizi here.
Sure.
Let's see if I can make that stupid.
Sure.
I think I made that stupid.
It's 9. I mean, you could have made it even more stupid if you actually rolled a 10.
If I
but
crit, yeah. 9 is a lot.
The Gladius Day. The elite militant branch of the Society of St. Leopold. The... to put it lightly, a rather nasty group, especially given that they normally come in squads of like 5, and they sent a single operative.
Yeah.
So there must be something dark, or unknowable about this particular operative, such that they sent only him.
I see. That is not great.
No, it most certainly isn't, and it means I'm going to have to keep my head down a little bit more, because if he finds out what it is that I have been doing, well, you know what they say about zealots and their use and treatment of those they would call heretics.
Indeed, I would. Yeah, that's not great news at all. We already have enough problems stacking against us, and this, I guess, just adds another one.
He doesn't know where to look yet. He's just been brought in. Our best hope is that that remains that way. Because if he finds you, If he finds you, he's not going to stop.
I hope we'll call them wild cards, don't get their hands on him then. They're known to be quite persuasive.
Yes, but even with him, I think they would have something to fear.
Given the little that I know of those two words, I would be normally inclined to agree with you, but I guess to be as cryptic as I can be, the Whore of Babylon does have a few tricks up her sleeve.
The Whore of Babylon, you say?
That's what I've... That is what I will call this dark force you think you know about.
I still wouldn't worry about him so much.
It's not him I'm worried about, I worry about them getting a hold of him.
And if he decides to simply purge them all?
I would say for 2 of them that would work, but for the third, I'd say he'd have his money run, I think, as the kids say.
Perhaps. We would see about this.
I actually hope we do not see. In fact, I hope that we never see. I hope we go blind.
I suppose that in that ignorance is indeed bliss.
I probably shouldn't keep you any longer, and I apologize.
Again, it is not a waste of my time to come and see you. But I bid you be well, my son.
You as well.
And he is going to turn and exit.
And as he leaves, all the candles blow out.
I tisk at you, Ashton.
Why do you tisk at me?
You know damn well why.
Is it the Whore of Babylon comment?
I mean, that's actually quite inspired, actually. I don't have any complaints about that. That is indeed inspired. No, it's more, where do I put it? That's... You're telling me... Why didn't you tell me that you knew that I was kindred? How the hell does someone bring that up in conversation? I was like, yeah, well, I wanted you to be my brother. I was like, dude, we are brothers under faith. Like everything you've shared with me in the confessional. Stuff that has never left the confessional.
He wants to be more than just spiritual brothers. He wants to be bestie.
Yeah, no, you're talking to a man that is like far too devout for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Ashton's got the emotional, maturity of a walnut. He doesn't know these things.
He doesn't have the emotional maturity of a walnut. He is a walnut.
He is the walnut, yeah.
He is indeed the walnut.
Looks included.
That's crazy. No, he looks like, you know, I was gonna make the Deadpool joke, you know, an avocado had.
He looks like
Ashton,
he looks like 4 inches of face pasted over 12 inches of skull.
Ashton cries every time.
Like Benjamin Button fucked an old catcher's mitt. Like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly.
And Benjamin Button fucked an old catcher's mitt who so happened to be one of the Blue Men from the Blue Men group.
Yeah. Nah.
Avatar. James Cameron's Avatar gone wrong.
Oh wow. Now, however, we're gonna jump around to Lucy and Skye. That's the wrong song. Where is it? This one. Nope, not that one either. Where the fuck is it? Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. So, Lucy and Skye, you're currently in the back of a truck with a pair of Elder Gangrel in the front, driving north. Specifically more northwest. And you can hear Isabel giving off some idle chatter via a walkie-talkie. What are the two of you thinking at the moment?
Skye's more just listening in to whatever chatter is coming out of the front. Just not really mentally preparing herself for whatever fight's coming up. She's almost always ready for a fight. But she does have some concerns about Lucy. How Lucy might be handling this.
Lucy is hoping that they make progress tonight and that it doesn't cost anybody anything. She doesn't want anybody that she's come to like Gangrel since she's met Skye, especially all the ones that she's met. They aren't particularly scared of her, they aren't particularly critical of her looks. She wants to learn from them, see how they track, see how they hunt. Most of all, she just wants the things with her sire to be over. She wants to close that chapter of her life.
It's understandable. And as you're having those thoughts, some chatter comes through the radio. This would be once you get out of the city limits, as the drive takes you out of the city limits on the northwest side. up into the hinterland. Whatever's going on has has people really, really pissed off.
Now, is this the basic kind of pickup truck that has a window in the back that Lucy could stick her head in?
Yeah.
Lucy's going to stick her head in. Is everything okay?
Looks like we are about to go loud.
I'll be ready.
Can I have the pair of you make wits awareness checks, please? You'll both hear this, but this is more dependent on when you pick it up.
Yep. Adding in heightened senses because that's gonna be a thing.
Yep, go ahead. You will add in your specs.
Oh, I also get that power bonus too. Yay. I keep forgetting about that.
Would instincts kick in?
Yes.
For once, I don't have any awareness specialties.
Four for Lucy, 3 for Skye. As you head up out of the gap and into the reservoir and up into the mountains, Lucy, you'll hear it first, but you'll hear the rev of an engine coming up close.
I'll look over at Skye and say, "Get ready."
When Skye finally hears it, does it sound like one of ours?
No.
Okay. This is gonna be the fun part because this entire ride she's been putting together her new toy.
Oh yes, that it is ready and loaded. Because it doesn't
Mhm.
take that long to put one of those rifles together. It's a couple of minutes.
Nope.
Would I be able to pop a power?
You can pop a power.
Okay, I'm going to pop, what was it, prowess?
Rouse? Okay. Go ahead and rouse for it. Alright.
I'll start with that.
And you can hear it coming up, and Isabel, check a mirror. That's an unarmed vehicle. Heads up, kiddos, we've got contact.
I want to do a thing.
Sure.
I'm going to pop unerring aim.
Yeah?
I'm going to get 100 for it. I'm going to use the new little gun I've got and take a shot at the vehicle. Try to disable the engine.
So you want to pop an aim shot through the engine block?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go ahead and make a make a composure firearms check versus difficulty 1 minus 2 dice because you are you're making a cold shot.
It'd be -1 because of the power bonus.
Yep, -1 because of the power bonus.
And wow, I don't have any firearm specialties yet. That'll have to be fixed eventually.
3 versus 1, which is 2, plus 6 is 8. Halve that, which is, well, No.
It's an anti-material rifle, and she
Yeah.
is shooting material.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so you do actually hit it because you're trying to disable the vehicle. You do indeed just... You hear the sound of the kapoof echo off the mountainsides as Skye, with a preternatural aim, you drop a heavy round into the engine block of this thing, and you definitely disable the engine. It means this lot is only going to get one round against you, and
Fuck these anarchs.
they're going to go ahead and try and mag dump you, basically, with the guns that they've got, because they have guns. If you would like to dodge, it's Dex Athletics at a -2, because you do not have cover. You're at the back.
Has it been long enough to use another power?
You would get a turn, so you could pop a power, but unless it's got an attack involved with it, that's the only thing you'd be able to do that turn.
Okay. I am
wouldn't be able
going.
to pop through this for this, would I?
No.
Damn. Oh well.
I'm going to pop Flesh of Marble.
Okay, sure. You can
Fair.
pop Flesh of Marble, and they're gonna go ahead and shoot
Park-
you with some bullets.
Parkour or acrobatics come into play here.
No. You're trying to dodge a spray of submachine gun fire while you're in the back of a flatbed truck that you're not
Well,
Question. Sorry.
I'm gonna rouse for this because I have fluent swiftness. So if anything, I can cover my own ass.
Yeah.
1 second, Raven. Can I stand in front of Raven?
Do you want to tank the shots? I mean, you can. I will have that be a stamina athletics, no modifier.
Fuck! I forgot to add another fucking dice to that firearms check. Forgot.
I had, like,
You
since
already totaled the engine.
Would I add in my fortitude with that since I'm tanking it?
No, because you have Flesh of Marble. You have Flesh of Marble activated.
So it's stamina athletics?
It's stamina athletics. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
They don't even hit you. Like, you jump in the way and you just feel the bullets whiz past you. One maybe grazes the side of the back of the truck. And that's all they're gonna do.
Skye,
is
you're going to
steal
see-
away from them.
Yeah, Skye, you're going to see like them like start leaning out the window and pull their guns out. And Lucy's just going to kneel down in front of you and give you a hug. And then we're going to hear the bullets whizzing by, hitting everything but us. It's like, oh, they suck at this.
They really do.
Good shot.
Thank you.
Okay, how do I use this thing?
This guy would have given Lucy a rundown.
Yeah. Alright.
And as you're giving a rundown, there's more chatter over the radio. Calls of the Anarchs being super fucking pissed. Like, they're swarming like flies, and you hear more sounds of gunfire. Something has them
They
in
could
a
be pissed all they want.
something has them in a frenzy. Clearly.
Gee, I wonder what.
I'm waiting to see what the next thing that happens.
Oh, indeed, there is another thing. As you hear Jasper's you hear Jasper go, "Oh shit!" And if you look in front of you, there's a roadblock.
Kind of roadblock.
The kind with cars and guys with guns.
This guy's gonna stick her head in the window. Okay, look, I know I'm a decent shot. I can't take care of all that. So, what's the plan here?
Make me a hole, we'll bust through.
One hole coming up.
Alright. What are you gonna do?
So driving along, would I have time to pop another power before this?
Yes, and Skye, you would also have time to pop fleetness if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop fleetness. Fuck yes.
Okay, I'm going to pop resilience or toughness now.
Toughness.
Or whatever, the one that halves the superficial.
Yep.
In case I get lit up.
That reduces the superficial by your fortitude rating to minimum of 1.
Yep.
Before halving. So, yeah, easy enough done.
Okay. I'm going to climb onto the front of the car.
Okay.
I'm assuming they're like 2 cars that are kind of like this.
Yeah.
Okay, as
Go
we're getting
right,
closer. Yeah, as we're getting closer, I'm going to basically soaring leap from the hood of the car and land and basically grab both fenders and just flip the cars out of the way.
Okay. Well, you don't have. You have. Oh no, you don't have prowess popped right now.
I do have prowess pop.
Yeah.
No, so you have prowess popped. You don't have. Sorry, it's the other thing you don't have popped. Yep. Okay.
Fisticane.
So sure, Lucy, go ahead and. This is gonna be a strength athletics.
I forget. Does Lucy have Wrecker?
Yes.
Yes.
This is gonna be stupid.
Okay, so I get 10 from Wrecker. Plus 1 for the power bonus.
Yeah, resonance bonus.
Mm-hmm. So
And
that's
because I
another
need this to
1.
work, I'm going to rouse. So that's that.
Oh, please push that. For shits and giggles.
Okay.
That's 15 successes on a crit.
Can I just like flip them onto the people? Or like pick them up and like Hulk smash them or something? I don't know.
You can indeed
Use your imagination.
You can indeed do something like that. Where you do indeed pick them as you soaring leap from the front of the car. You do indeed pick up a pair of the vehicles, and you don't necessarily smash them together. You more kind of like kick the both of them down the road. Which is gonna wipe out, which is gonna clearly, like, it won't necessarily kill, but it will wipe out several of the,
I want them contemplating their life choices right now.
of their, several of the anarchs that are there, but however, they are indeed still gonna shoot you.
Okay.
So, yeah, dodging for this is gonna be strength athletics. Not strength athletics, dex athletics. Lucy, yeah, no, both of you are at a -2 because there is no cover.
Just kick the cover away.
Yeah, you kick the cover away,
I am-
and Skye is in the back of a flatbed truck.
Well,
Yeah,
wouldn't the truck
I
give
am-
cover?
Oh wait, do you have rapid reflexes?
No. No, I do not.
The truck itself won't give enough cover.
Okay.
I'm gonna rouse just because I do have fluent swiftness. Not that I need it.
Yeah, that's fine. You can rouse for that.
So let's see here.
It's 5 successes.
Dex, athletics, 2 for rousing, power bonus, and
good thing
resonance
that-
bonus.
You know, this is a really good thing that this is happening on like a backwoods mountain road in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
30 row. Wow, that's a plus fucking 8. I'm gonna push that. I kind of want to see that I can make this go stupid.
Okay.
And stupid
does.
it does.
That's 9. You dodged the bullets just fine by hitting the deck in the bed of the truck. How about you, Lucy?
Lucy got 4.
4. Well, it's gonna be ignored because it's your first first source of damage you took this round, and they didn't crit, so you know. And indeed, you are going to drive past this now destroyed roadblock with anarchs, or at least ghouls or something, scrambling for cover. As
This guy's flipping them off on the way by.
as the gangrel continue to drive the truck by.
Lucy's just going to be waving, "Thanks for playing."
This is why you don't let these two do anything together.
I'd like you both to make me awareness checks, please.
Instincts.
No.
Copy.
Wow.
2. That's enough for me to give you something.
I'm pushing that.
Yeah, right.
3.
Yeah,
2
so
and
that's
3.
not enough to give you more, but enough to say, yeah, there's something up with these guys. They ain't got no life behind their eyes. They're seemingly just foaming at the mouth.
Oh. I don't like that.
And it gets even worse when you look back and you see that they're now have found objects that are now beating on the cars with wild abandon.
This guy's gonna stick her head into the window in the back. Something's up with these guys. It's not just them blocking us trying to fight us. No, they're just out of their fucking minds.
Oh yeah, no, apparently, Gloria ran into a contingent and they're all literally foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, these guys were too. Now, does it seem similar to what King has been going through?
That's gonna be an intelligence occult.
Oh boy!
An intelligence or a wits occult, actually.
I'll do wits. It gives me 1 extra die.
I can roll straight wits.
Well, that's what mine is, a straight wits.
It's...
Should I?
If you wanna.
Might as well.
Yeah, you both have the knowledge of that.
Nope.
And okay, not a bestial pay then. So Lucy, you have no idea. Skye, not really. Doesn't
Okay.
look like that. You're heading up towards the Wavenhoe lookout at this point. When I need to have them roll the thing, actually.
If I remember right, Isabel's the one driving.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. You hear the sound of a... What the fi- And you feel the vehicle start to... Bastard blew out
Did
a
we just-
tire! And you can
God
hear it.
damn it.
You can hear it. The sound of rubber giving way to metal beginning to grind against the road.
More coming.
Yeah, probably. Jasper? Yeah, I got it. And you see him literally, like, open the door, and with his strength, grab the top of the thing, flip himself out of the door of the moving truck, and up into the back.
Oh boy, been a while since I've seen you in action.
Yeah, well, we got snipers, so... And it's trying to keep the car under control as you see him go into the case of the bottom end. And as she's
Should
trying...
I shut off my heightened senses at this point?
I would suggest doing so, as it's about to get very loud near you.
Yeah, Skye's gonna shut it off. Lucy, cover your ears. This might hurt.
And
Hide behind me.
Oh no, I'm good where I sit.
and you see him tilt the gun towards the tree line. On the like the high cliffside rather than the low cliffside where there's a big drop that Isabel's trying to stop you guys from going over, and he just starts like firing, and you see this rat of a person, like clearly Nosferatu baned. Not like masquerade breaking, but clearly, because you know what you're looking for, Nosferatu bane. With a sniper rifle skittering out of the trees. Who you
Do I
see...
recognize them?
You do not. They're not one that you've seen before. But you see Jasper's just start to focus fire them as they scatter away from the machine gun fire.
I've got a stupid question. Are they in range of the shotgun?
Quickly moving away from that range, but if you're fast, you could probably, as long as it's loaded, you could probably put a round in them.
Oh, it's loaded. And let's see what it's loaded with, because this is one of the ones she's alternated rounds. So, high silver, low incendiary. Oh, incendiary rounds. Could I argue a Dex firearms? Because I'm trying to...
Yes,
Keep
this will be a Dex firearms because it's a quick shot.
Okay, I'm gonna rouse. I'm not using unerring aim. This is just more of a pot shot for her.
Yeah.
Dex plus 2. And I will push it. Because I've got willpower to spare.
That's 5 versus 4, so that's 1 plus 3 is 4. And that's aggravated, so it's not halved. And you definitely indeed set that, because like a dragon's breath, right? You indeed set that guy alight as you hear, "Nyah!" Like real, like goblin-sounding Nosferatu get lit up by this round. Who's now like rolling around on the floor trying to put themselves out. And then
I do
who's out?
something.
You may.
Okay, low I throw a ball, high I shoot the gun.
We have choices.
You do.
We have many choices.
I shoot the gun.
Silver round.
Let's see, would it be would that be a Dex firearms?
Yeah, because it's speeding away. Yes, Dex firearms.
Okay, so Dex. Hey!
Hey, that's not bad.
3 successes, and yeah, so that's the case, and yeah, no, you managed to nail him in the head with a shot, and we hear his and
Lucy's just going to look at the gun, and look at Skye, and then look at the gun.
Hey, nice shot.
I did it. I don't know how I did it.
Good job, kiddo. Oh shit. Isabel, swerve! As you hear the sound of a and a
Ooh.
I don't like that sound. This is gonna be entertaining. I don't like that sound though.
I'm watching. If it's going to hit us, I want to do something.
God damn it, Isabel.
managed to avoid it just as you see that
Ooh,
is a
okay.
that is a rocket propelled grenade that flies just over the top and slams into the cliffside, cratering it and causing all sorts of rumbling as some part of the cliff face falls down.
We see where it came from.
Go ahead and you know the direction it came from. You can't see exactly who, but you know the direction.
Fair.
It's further up on the cliff face, so it's someone above you, in essence.
I go hunting.
I mean, I ain't gonna stop you.
None of us gonna stop you.
Alright. I'm going to
Second
soaring leap and start running, looking for this person. And sometime along the line, I'm going to pop Fists of Cain.
Oh, this person's dead.
Sure. You've got a bit of
Is
climbing.
it one or
to do,
two?
so- That's one. The prowess, the potence power that takes 2 at level 5 is burst shot.
Okay. Oh wait, I have the re-roll thing, so I can re-roll it, right?
That's only
That's
for
only
if
for
you're
first
rousing the
Oh, it's
roll
only
thing.
for. Okay, that's right. I misunderstood that before. That's right.
Yeah, so you do get hungrier from this, but you do rouse for it, and your strength athletics pool is currently high enough, what with prowess. Like climbing, I would call a feat of strength.
Yeah. So strength. That's.
I'm not gonna make you roll it.
7.
You don't need to roll it. To say like
Yeah,
it's like
that's
difficulty
just
7.
that's a base 18.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
half is difficulty 9. So you're fine. So you climb the this thing like a spider, basically, just as you go hunting in the trees at the top of this cliff face. Or who just literally shot a rocket at you. And you're looking for them, Lucy, so I will give you a wits awareness plus instinct. Skye, while that happens, as you guys come up to the Wivenhoe lookout, you indeed see there is something else coming towards you. Something that is going to require another drive check to get around.
Oh, she crit that time.
Indeed she did, but she is indeed gonna have to stop the car, though, as Jasper needs to duck. As you see flying above you another car, literally roll like a truck, rolling down the thing and then over the top as if it were like kicked at you. Lucy.
Yes.
You do indeed see that there is someone camped up in one of the trees, trying desperately to reload this rocket launcher that they have. Seems they're not quite sure on how it works.
Do I recognize them at all?
No, you do not.
Okay. Massless Horde number 1. I'm going to jump up and try to rip his head off.
Sure. I'm gonna have you make a dex stealth for me.
Actually, I'm trying to decide whether I'd be going for stealth or speed.
It's basically a matter of... It's still a dex stealth regardless, because it's basically if they see you or not.
Okay.
Like, you get your attack off regardless, but it's like, if they see you, they get to dodge. If they don't, then...
Okay. Copy.
That's 4 versus 2, and it's not really worth them trying to willpower that, so... Yeah, you're gonna get up there. Go ahead and make your... This is gonna be a strength brawl attack.
Okay.
Versus static difficulty 1.
Basically, just don't fail it. No zeros.
Alright. Would this be considered a feat of strength?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
My God!
That's 10, 12, 14 successes on a double crit. 13. You have Fist of Cain, so that's aggravated. They do not have Flesh of Marble. Lucy, you don't even do anything to them. You just push them into the tree. Like, hard. And not only does the tree, like, shatter, you turn them into, like, a splatter on the tree.
Can I pick up the RPG?
It's not loaded.
Are the rounds there?
They had one in their hand, but given that you just slammed them into a tree, it's probably tumbled somewhere into the brush.
Damn.
Oh well, I was going to bring Skye a present. I'm just gonna like.
Yeah, because
Take-
that woman
take-
needs explosives.
Of
Look,
course she
I'm gonna.
does.
No, you know what? It is an explosive thing. As I'm running, I'm just going to take the thing and just and throw it over my shoulder because I don't want more explosives. And I'm going to take off like soaring leap, like running.
Yep.
To try to catch up.
Sure.
Like you've seen the first, the old Edward Norton Hulk movie where he's doing the big jumps.
Yep. I know the one. Now, Skye,
Uh-huh.
as the car flips overhead, you do get to see the sight before you. Cars flipped over, fires burning, and a single individual standing there, waiting.
Do I know who this person is?
This one I'll have you make it into politics for.
Lord. If I don't know, I'm sure Isabel or Jasper is going to be telling me.
Oh, indeed.
Hey, one works.
You haven't ever met this person before, but looking at them, it seems that you pair of Elder Gangrel do know who this is. Oh, fuck.
How fucked are we about to be?
Given that Lucy is here, actually not that bad. Probably be able to keep up with this one.
I hate to ask. Who are they?
That is Baron Brienne Fiora. Consider her as a sort of leader around these parts.
Great.
Well, something ain't right. She looks much the same as the others. No life behind them eyes.
And nothing's been right about this whole entire thing.
What did she even do?
I wonder if a good hit on the head will knock her out of it. Seemed to work with one other.
Yeah. You're gonna need that. As she just walks up and, unlike the others who were kind of manic and trying to like claw and beat, she just settles into a fighting stance.
Be great if Lucy would show up right about now.
And Lucy, you are indeed catching up and you do indeed see this go on, but you're at the top of the cliff.
Okay.
And Isabel is going to stop the car, because trying to keep this going now, if she doesn't stop the car now, it's going over the edge. Because she's going too fast to make the corner otherwise.
Fuck me and my rouse checks, I'm popping feral weapons.
Okay.
Oh, thank God that's a success.
Mm.
Yay, no flaw.
Okay. And Isabel and Jasper are gonna hop out. I'm gonna keep the back of the road secure. Let you three deal with that.
Alright, need any help, shout out to me.
I'll let you know. And you see that, like, he grabs the belt feed mechanism and everything, and just, with a pulls the turret off of the mount.
Damn, I forgot how strong he was.
And Isabel's gonna hop out of the car, and
Guy's gonna hop down next to her.
One question, Gavin, just for my own headcanon.
yeah.
Are we talking M60, Madus, Dishka?
It's an M60.
Okay.
Actually,
So we got Rambo on our hands now.
Yeah.
no, hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no, it's an M249.
Oh, it's a saw. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's smaller but faster.
Yeah. Yeah, no, a Mardus is going to be expensive to fire. That thing fires 50 BMG rounds.
No, that's why I asked. M60 is still, I think it's, what was it, 308?
M60.
Yeah.
M60 is...
762 by 51.
Yeah,
it's
762.
Same as. It depends. It's the same as 308 basically.
Yeah, but as I believe they're a little more powder packed. But no, as he's grabbed it and is basically protecting your rear, Isabella's going to speak. Wow, kid. Look at all of this mess that you've made. Kid. The voice comes out dull. Kind of lifeless. I think you forget that I'm older than you. Yeah, but you act like a child, so... You tell me how I should take that. Come on. Is that really how you're gonna be? And you brought others as well? I mean, if we're being real, we're just looking for someone, and I could smell that someone is just on the lookout over there. But this amount of noise, this ain't like you. Someone get inside your head. Someone start controlling you, maybe? And Brienne is going to respond to that by attempting to deck the shit out of Isabel.
They can have fun trying.
How far away am I? When it is my turn.
You'll be able to soaring leap down and do whatever you want.
Okay. I'm basically going to go airborne and tackle this bitch when it's my turn.
Yeah. She's making a move first, though.
Yeah. I didn't think I'd beat her. I figure that Isabel and Skye would be able to go before me.
And you see that as Brienne goes to attack, Isabel just flips out of the way, twirling through the air and landing next to Skye. Skye, Lucy, what would you like to do?
Exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop 1,000 cuts and try to strike at her.
You want to play Shishkaho?
Yes.
Right, sure.
So Dex Brawl or Dex... No, it'd be Dex Brawl. Here. 4...
So that's 11. Obviously you're not going to take a compulsion for this one because you're in combat.
Yeah. Good old feral weapons.
Oh, indeed, feral weapons, yeah.
They're not halved, are they?
No.
I didn't think so.
Well, it's no. Well, it's against vampires. 1,000 cuts isn't damage. It's
No.
leaves them a masquerade breach.
Yep. But
Which indeed,
combined with feral weapons,
yeah,
you're gonna have fun.
it is indeed going to leave her a tattered, bleeding mess, but it's not going to deal any damage that's more than like any health tracker damage. However, Lucy, you are there, and she's now bleeding. Lots. Speaking
I am
of,
going to go airborne and become a hoodied ponytail missile and tackle this bitch into the ground.
sure, strength brawl, let's a grapple. Also,
Also, something I forgot about, I have combat analysis. That's a free action, right?
yeah, it is.
So that's int awareness.
Yeah, it's difficulty 4, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
I can go grab that, that's fine, because that is in Gehenna. Difficulty 3. Before making an attack.
Oh well. It doesn't go off for this time. Alright.
Yeah, not this session. But you can go ahead and make your strength brawl.
Strength brawl. This is a grapple. +2. Would hand-to-hand kick in?
No, because in this case it is one or the other. You're either fighting them in hand-to-hand combat or you're grappling them.
I didn't think so, but it was it'd have been funny. So that's plus 12.
That's 16. She definitely ain't gonna be able to do that. So you are gonna definitely tackle her. However, Skye,
Mm-hmm.
I have something I need you to make for me.
Frenzy check, right?
Mm-hmm. Diff 3.
Yay. Three. Oh, I might get to use a new little power here. I don't have anything else. All right. Not that we need my new little power.
I had a really good line if you frenzied and tried to bite her.
Good. You are okay for right now, then. All right. Lucy, you have her pinned, and you can tell glassy eyes.
She's weird too. Are we killing her or no?
I'd rather avoid an all-out war with the Anarchs.
Staker.
In my back pocket. Grab one, please.
I got it.
Oh.
And Isabel's just gonna grab it out and freak. Given that she's pinned down, she's not gonna be able to avoid it, and she's not gonna be able to escape your grip. So indeed, you have staked her.
Is she important?
Yeah. Although... Okay.
What do we do now? Do we keep looking for more? Or we keep going?
You stake her. And as you guys go to basically move on to say, to keep going. Yeah, I think we should, we'll be, I can smell them in there, is basically what Isabel's saying. Like, they're at the lookout. It's just up that way.
Okay, I'll lead the way then. Just stay behind me. I'm pretty bulletproof right now.
You know, that's good to hear. You hear from behind you.
I'm gonna turn.
Yep.
And you see Brienne rising to her feet, the stake slipping out of her chest.
Does she still look glassy-eyed?
No. No, she doesn't.
Okay, you back to normal, or you still have to have this little fight?
I think you should tell me what the fuck is going on. And why there's Camarilla rats on my domain.
I'm
Okay.
hunting someone that I hate, and you guys came out of nowhere frothing at the mouth, shooting
Quite
rockets
literally.
and trying to kill us.
Bitch. Right? Yep. Nope. I know exactly what's going on. You. Follow me. This way. And she's marching towards the thing. And she looks pissed.
Ooh. I will follow the lady.
Gonna follow as well. Hey, just as a heads up, we're trying to take her back alive, let her family, kind of take care of her. I'm not opposed to outright killing her, but maybe as a heads up.
Maybe if you manage to stop me.
I don't mind if you pull her arms and legs off.
And she
I
kind of
just need the talky
she
bits.
just kind of stops and looks back at you. Hey, how old is this kid? Looks young.
I was 17 when I was turned about 20 years ago.
Yeah, can we also note that the person we're hunting is her sire?
Duly noted. Fucking like that? We're only 20 years in? Shit. They generate faster and faster these days. It's like
He put me through hell.
fucking clearly. It's like fucking soul brain rot, soul rot, whatever.
Skye is taking a moment to grab the anti-material gun out of the truck, though.
Yep.
Because she does want to use it on Lucille.
Yeah, no, that's more than fair.
I'm going to take off after the Baron.
Yep.
Yeah, and she is marching at a fast pace. You can keep up with her, it's not too hard to,
Yeah.
and Isabel also keeps up.
If Skye has any trouble, I will carry her.
No, Skye, I'm sure is
If-
going to be able to
if-
keep up, no problem.
I can see that there's maybe a couple times she gets a little bit ahead, has to stop there and wait for everyone else to catch up.
Yeah, she is Celerity 5 after all.
So
Oh yeah, that's true. She is fast, but I didn't know if carrying... Well, she's still a vampire, so carrying a freaking, like, 20-some pound rifle isn't too bad.
Yeah, nothing really.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Forgot vampire, like, thinking more of
Yeah,
normal girl.
yeah. No, I got you. As she's focused forward. So, your second in command, he isn't here, is he? Isabel speaks up. Thankfully, no, he isn't. He's off doing something else. Good. I'd prefer not to have all-out war. You guys are irritating enough, but we got bigger problems. Yeah. Finally, someone brat from the fucking tower gets something right for once. Right. And as they get to the top of the lookout, there's like a small, like, garden up here. And you do see a figure looking out over the dam. My. Look who finally decided to join the party. before you know.
This is who I think it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna see Lucy kind of like crack her knuckles.
Hey, Lucy, real fast. I know you said you wanted to bring her in alive, but if you start to lose it, do you want any of us to stop you, or just want us to let you go?
Do you think you could stop me?
It's kind of why we partner up all the time.
I'll be okay.
That's
Stay-
not answering the question, but sure.
Stake through the heart's real effective, if you may. And you see her pivot on her heel. Oh. Is that any way to greet your sire? And you see. Let me get her token if she has one.
She does. Oh, she should. I
She does.
gave art for her.
Is that how one greets their sire? Lucy. And you see her gross fucking grin. Like, Lucy's face is redeemable. Hers just isn't.
Lady, you are the ugliest looking fucking bitch out this way.
We're gonna leave a response to that for next week.
Good evenings. Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, good evening, sire.
And we're gonna skip over to Judge. Judge, my boy, you have just received a text from Rachel that has 2 words in it. Gladius Day. Given that the other two the Lucy and Skye are busy for this evening, and you haven't heard hi to hair from Valentina, and you're currently not quite on speaking terms with Clayton. What is it that you shall do with this information that you have? What voglio there?
You're muted, Volvo.
Oh dear. Volvo may have died.
Volvo?
Volvo, friend! He did say he was tired. He may have done the
Yeah.
he may have passed the fuck out. You know what? If that's the case, that's okay. We can look at what that looks like next session when, because then everyone else will be here as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll leave it there for the time being. So, Lucy, you have a confrontation next week.
Yep.
Fun.
Kinda sad we didn't actually get to see Jasper fight tonight, but oh well.
Don't worry. Oh,
Oh, wait.
Volvo is here. You good?
I had something, but yeah, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I had to deal with someone.
Fun.
Well, actually, then, yeah, I am thinking the scene that I have in mind with whoever Judge is going to talk to about the entire Gladius Day thing, given that he, at least in his mind, is currently the only person who knows that outside of Ray. We might leave that for next session when everyone is here, so that if you do decide to reach out to Valentina or Clayton about it,
Okay.
we can do that. But for now, we're gonna do a couple things. First off, I think I've got some stains to hand out.
Oh,
Yeah. I think I have a couple of stains to hand out to you, Ashton.
to me?
Yeah,
For what?
because you damaged your perception of your own touchstone when it came to your conviction.
Oh,
And you did that by your own hand.
I did.
And that's 3 stains, buddy.
That's 3 stains?
Yep, because it's 2 if you damage a touchstone, 3 if you do it by your own hand, 3 if it's destroyed, 4 if it's by your
Did
own
I
hand.
really damage him, though? I didn't.
You did.
How did I damage him? Emotionally?
Yeah. Like,
Oh!
yeah, you actually did quite a bit of damage. Because you shook the faith he had in you.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh! I did?
You did.
Oh, no! By being an emotional little piss baby?
Yes, by being an emotional little piss baby.
Oh, no. That sucks. He
It's
lost
not-
his faith in me.
No, you rattled his faith. You didn't lose it, because that would have counted as a touchstone destruction, which would have been more stains.
Yeah.
And it would have also
Yeah.
counted as the loss of that touchstone, and if you didn't get another one, that conviction.
Would apologizing him count as taking responsibility for my actions?
In this case, I'm gonna say no, I don't think that's enough.
Oh, no!
You have to make it right.
No. No one gets left behind?
No.
Damn.
He's trying.
You
I get
tried.
So
one
hard.
remorse. I get 1 remorse dice for this.
You do. You've passed all of them so far.
Not this one.
Oh.
Ashton, he needed to know how you felt. He had to know. There was no other way. This had to happen, and it had to happen like this. So you don't feel bad. Not in the least.
That's okay.
But your humanity is gonna go down by 1.
Yep, back down to 6.
Yeah. But that is all the stains that we have for this session.
So far, so good.
Now we're gonna do some XP. You showed up, you get 2. If you met your desire, you get another 2. Lucy, if you have any willpower left, like damaged willpower left after recovering that, then you will heal the rest of it as you worked towards your ambition this session.
Ooh.
No, that would give me the only one I spent back.
Okay.
Oh look, I get all mine back.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to come up with another ambition.
Good job.
Look, this is
That's
the
a
first
good
time I've
thing.
ever gotten my ambition in a VtM game, alright?
Yeah. 30 or so sessions in. Now, we're going to go ahead and do our voting. We have our audience vote, our player voted categories of plot pusher, best scene, best line, and my 1 XP MVPs for this session. So, for everyone in the audience, go ahead and vote. Vote. Do it. 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 Yeah. Plot pusher. Who gets the vote this evening?
There's a lot of personal stuff pushed tonight.
It was. There was. Yes.
Lucy's a big part of her plot was tonight.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to vote Lucy for that one.
Give it to Lucy too.
2 Lucy.
Yeah, we'll see.
3 Lucy. That's basically unanimous.
Yep.
Lucy, you get it for plot pusher. Best scene this evening.
I'm going to throw mine in there for disabling that car with 1 shot.
That arrow game is pretty good. 1 for Skye.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton?
I need to think that over because there's some really good scenes tonight.
There were a lot of good ones.
Skye got the audience vote.
Odd, but sure.
Alright, so I'll come back to you then, Ashton. Judge.
I'll go Ashton. Confronting the father was pretty interesting.
1 Ashton, 1 Skye. Lucy.
There was a couple of good things that I liked tonight. One, when I jumped off the front of the car and flipped 2 cars to take out a group of ghouls or anarchs. Skye shooting out. Yeah, Skye shooting out the engine. A crybaby session, and crybaby session number 2 between Ashton and Clayton.
Clayton.
But which one gets your vote?
I think I'm going to lean Clayton just because of the owning up to his shit and like realizing that maybe he's part of the problem too.
That's 1 Skye, 1 Ashton, 1 Clayton.
Motherfucker, why am I the tiebreaker?
You could always cause shenanigans.
You good?
No. What? Who else can I vote for?
Clayton.
Lucy.
It would
Yeah,
be a
Clayton,
4-way
Lucy.
tie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote for Lucy.
Alright, shenanigans it is. High or low?
Shenanigans. High clan high?
High clan high.
I'll leave it to you guys. I
Nope.
wanted to say low, so
Alright. Who had the best line this evening?
I'll throw mine in there for a couple different lines. One is that last one. Lady, you are the ugliest looking bitch out here right now.
That was
And
pretty good.
the other one being toward Jasper. Been a while since I've seen you in action. As he's pulling one of her fucking stunts.
1 vote Skye. Who else has a vote?
Oh.
I'm gonna vote for myself right at the end of the session. Hello, sire.
1 vote Skye, 1 vote Lucy.
She kind of leave on a pretty bar note. I'll go Lucy.
2
I'll go
votes
Lucy
Lucy.
as well.
3 votes Lucy. Lucy, it's yours.
Darn.
Now, my 1 XP MVP is going to be going to Ashton and to Clayton for their wonderful scenes this evening.
Oh, they
Thank
did
you.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to explain that one to anybody.
No, let's explain it.
No.
Stroke my ego, please. I beg of you.
Look, you're really good at playing a crybaby.
You asked.
I did.
That's all. That's all of the XP for this evening. We're gonna leave it there. Join us next week as Judge and Ashton make sense of the information that they've been given. Clayton figures out how to take some damn responsibility. Skye and Lucy finally confront Lucilla, and if Valentina is here, that she has some wonderful time with her child. Until then, however, from the River City, say goodnight, everyone.
Night.
Join us
Good.
next time on Dragon Ball Z. Sorry.
Good night.
They're so fucked.